Welcome to the lentiest Lent that has ever been lented. Question: will the Catholic bishops in the United States restore the Mass and provide greater access to the sacraments? That is the question a lot of us are asking. Canon lawyers like Cathy Caridi and Dr. Ed Peters have weighed in with their concerns and their skepticism, and I've linked to their blog sites below, so check them out. I do want to mention that Professor Janet Smith has spearheaded a movement to urge the bishops to reconsider the total ban on church attendance and the forbidding of things like confession. Click the link below to find out more on weareaneasterpeople.com. If you want to add your voice and provide the bishops with a true and respectful sense of the faithful at this critical time, go there. I'll be talking with Dr. Smith about this on Monday, April 6th at 12 noon. That's Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, on a live stream hangout, which will be simulcast on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Catholics are watching a very strange battle unfold before their very eyes. 2 states so far, Texas and Florida. The Texas governor, Greg Abbott, and Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, are both pro-life Catholics. And both governors have refused to shut down churches in their states and synagogues, describing places of worship as essential services for the citizens of their state. But the bishops of both states disagree, and in some cases they've gotten ahead of Caesar to impose an absolute ban on even stepping foot inside a church. No drive-up confessions, no Mass, no adoration, and zero ability to celebrate the sacraments, and apparently no interest in finding creative workarounds. The fact is that any leader, whether civil or ecclesial, who stands against the ongoing 24/7 tsunami of news panic and fear about the commie virus, aka the CCP virus, or the China virus, or the Wuhan virus, that person is going to face a lot of pushback and get called all manner of bad names. Both governors have been on the business end of the wrath of the lamescream media. No surprise. It's strange indeed to see the civil authorities regard church attendance as an essential service and refuse to close the doors of churches and synagogues, contrasted with the church leaders themselves strongly disagreeing and keeping the doors shut. To give one example, the Bishop of Lubbock, Texas, Bishop Robert Curver, just yesterday wrote a pastoral letter that includes the following, quote, "Given the situation of pervasive fear and serious illness, any member of the faithful in serious need of making a confession can contact a priest to make an appointment to have their confession heard." Unquote. Now, I would ask here, without guile and without sarcasm, and with the exception of someone who's plagued by obviously severe scrupulosity, I would ask whether or not every confession arises out of a serious need. It's not clear here whether it would be okay for someone who wants to confess venial sins only. Are they non-serious sins, or are they serious enough to warrant confession? And unless I'm missing something, Bishop Curver seems to accept that being cut off from the sacraments is in fact causing extreme distress in people. He goes on, and this is how he ends his pastoral letter. He says that believers need to, quote, "rely upon God's merciful grace, who knows our heart and would not abandon a person of genuine goodwill in extreme distress," unquote. So reducing extreme distress is really the whole point of the effort to urge the bishops to permit some level of access to the sacraments that don't violate federal protocols about social distancing and cleaning measures. And don't get me wrong, no one but a professional bishop basher thinks that our fathers in Christ woke up one day just licking their chops, plotting how best to keep their people away from the Lord and His sacraments. Without a doubt, they believe they're acting in our best interests. And this situation is even more chaotic when it comes to Catholics in Canada, my home and native land. The Archdiocese of Halifax, where I grew up, has imposed a total ban on church attendance, same with Toronto. But the bishops of Alberta disagree, and you can go to any church in any diocese in the province of Alberta. If you want to read the official and very common sense statement from the Archdiocese of Edmonton, click on the link below. As of March 6th, Alberta's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, stated, here's the quote, "I want to remind Albertans that despite this case, death by the commie virus, the risk of catching the virus is still considered low in our province," unquote. If all you do is read the lamescream media, you're going to get a double shot of mass propaganda wherever you go. Don't believe me? Well, here's a small sample of the world's largest news aggregator in the world, the Drudge Report, which I think we should relabel the Dread Report. When Matt Drudge is not linking breathlessly to stories about sex robots and celebrity gossip, he cranks out hysterical titles like the following: This is a direct quote. This is one after the other, unedited. Coronavirus patients ordered to wear GPS ankle monitors. Google releases location data to help authorities check lockdowns. Delaware police authorized to pull over out-of-state drivers. Social distancing going to get darker. Morgues almost full. Crematories running 24/7. Flush with lid down. Experts warn of fecal-oral transmission. Coronavirus may cause brain damage. Dangerous swelling found in confused patients. Another CNN anchor tests positive. Chris Cuomo describes wicked, phantasmagorical experiences that are not dreams. New Jersey governor tells families to distance from each other, even inside house. Spreading among LA homeless. Sick map. Don't let us forget the sick map. Where would we be without Drudge's sick map? All this dreadbait is designed to keep you and I cowering in our house, filled with fear and anxiety. Are you aware that the commie virus has killed so far fewer people in 2020 compared to influenza A and B, malaria, AIDS, HIV, traffic accidents, and abortion? The antidote to fear and anxiety is faith in Jesus, the Son of God, and in his saving passion, death, and resurrection. The celebration of this Paschal mystery at Easter is coming fast, right around the corner. You can stick with the status quo of watching priests and bishops celebrate Mass and receive Jesus on your laptop screen from your home, or you can click the link below and join your voice to encourage our good bishops to allow greater access to the mysteries of our faith and to the unique presence of Jesus Christ in and through his church. Subscribe to this channel, click that like button, and check out what Catholics in over 25 countries enjoy at coffinnation.com. And watch for the live stream, Monday, April 6th, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern with Professor Janet Smith. You won't be sorry. In the meantime, be a saint. What else is there?